Well, it was a very tough match. Texas Lutheran came out very strong. We started off pretty strong, and then they came back and served us pretty much off the court and got us out of system. And once we're out of system, it's very difficult for us to continue playing at that level that we'd like to play at. But they did a good job of doing that. So it was a tough match when you don't get to do what you're capable of doing.
You and I talked a lot about how young your team is, a lot of freshmen on the roster. So what are you looking to gain from this experience going into next season?
Well, it's going to be hard to lose the two young ladies that you're going to talk to here in a minute. Both their leadership was very valuable and everything. Being very young, I mean, we started 3 medals as freshmen all season, and one of the right sides is a freshman, and the setter was a freshman, and my 2 sophomores were outside. So it was it's pretty tough. They made a lot of mistakes that I think they're going to hopefully grow and everything. They learned a lot, and there's still a lot more to learn. As the 2 seniors, every year they got better and did certain things for us that we really appreciate. So it was a humble experience this year. I really enjoyed. Like I told Coach last week, if I'm going to lose to somebody, I'm going to lose to Phyllis because I like her a lot. She's a great person. But a lot of coaches in our conference are the same way. We really like each other. Some of the coaches that have already gone on text me still to this day and say, "Hey, good luck." So it's kind of neat the way us coaches we actually keep together. Of course, a lot of the coaches are the same age, so it works out pretty good. We don't have very many young coaches right now, so it works out pretty nice. Good.
During that third set in particular, I'm just curious what your thought process was behind that 12-0, 13-0 run, not calling a timeout until you got to that point. What were you thinking?
We were hoping that we could work it out. It's always, I've been in many situations like that before where it just starts working itself out because kids still want to be playing it that way, but we just couldn't stop and put in a couple of other freshmen in, and they kind of green, I guess is the word I'm going to use, and kind of and just played, and it changed the momentum a little bit. And it's always tough because during the season this year, you could tell we were very young because we would get behind, and sometimes we'd have to come back and catch up, and we got very lucky early in the season being able to catch up. But as other teams mature and got stronger, it made it very difficult sometimes to do that. So.
And you talked a little bit about them, but could you talk specifically about what Brooklyn and Marty have done for your program over these past 4 years?
Both of them are four-year starters. They're going to be missed. They were very calm. They didn't get to every once in a while kids go up and down. They were just pretty much kind of level. When they struggled, they understood if I got on them, they knew that I was expecting them to perform at a certain level because they can. They're the type of kids that I know that can take that. Brooklyn, I've known her since she was a sophomore in high school, and so she understood me a little bit more. And Mary and I had a very good 4-year relationship with her as a coach player because she was just an amazing young lady, someone that just pretty steady. So we're going to miss them quite a bit.
Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Sure.
And we'll bring up now Senior Mary Project. And Mary, you could just start off and just tell us a little bit about how the experience was today and how you feel heading out after your senior year.
The experience today, it didn't end up like we wanted to, but it's just an honor to be back at the conference tournament. It's our goal every season. We want to make conference tournament in the best possible position as we can. So I'm just glad to be back. But it was a tough loss today, so it's a little disheartening as a senior to go out like that. But looking back at my 4 years, I'm really proud of what we've done as a program and how I've performed. So I just can't ask for anything different.
What's your message to all the young players on the roster as you lead them as to what they can expect over their next few seasons?
I would say commitment, stay dedicated, during the early morning lifts and coming early, staying late for practice, putting in extra time for film, keep that commitment going throughout your next couple years. That's what's really going to set you apart and I feel like really propel them into their future the next couple years, and to also that they have time to grow. They have the potential. They don't need to be superstars right now. And so I would say to them, believe in yourself and what you can become.
Okay, thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
And now Senior Brooklyn Talley. Brooklyn, again, if you could just give us your kind of initial thoughts about the match today.
Yeah, so we came in, we knew it was going to be tough. We came in thinking that, if we played the best we could, especially after coming off this last weekend, we played really hard against Colorado and then really hard against St. Thomas. And we knew like if we played at that potential, then we would be able to fight. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. We kind of got in our heads a little bit, I think, and kind of folded at the end. And as seniors, we were trying our hardest just to like pick everyone up and like, you know, let them play for themselves and just like go out on a high note. So hopefully, like even though it didn't come out a positive note volleyball-wise, like leadership and team-wise, we understand like what we need to do and we can move on and they can grow from that.
Would you say you spent much time as knowing that this is your senior season looking back at your career, or do you think now that the season is over that now you'll spend some time thinking about these past 4 years?
I think I've definitely looked back on it more as a senior. Coach Garza and I have talked a lot about like what I've done like freshman, sophomore, and junior year and how I needed to incorporate that into my senior year to not only like become a better player, but also just be a good leader for my team. I am a setter, and so like that's my main purpose is to just be a leader for everyone. And so I have definitely like reflected back on those 3 years and also reflected on like our other captains, and like I've taken like what they have, you know, instilled into us and I've put that into our other players. So